Split testing has been known to drive some pretty compelling results, but it all assumes one thing, that it's done correctly. There are numerous aspects that you can look into for split testing, and they can get complicated, but I'm here to make things simple and clear for you. So if you want to run an A/B test accurately and get long-term results, you'll need to do these three things first. Have a clear goal. Is your goal to drive traffic? Is it clicks or even opt-ins? A clear result is determined by setting a clear goal at the start. An email subject line that wins at open rate may be different than the winner for click-through rates. Define your goal first. Only one variable should be tested. In A/B split tests, it's important that only one variable is tested. For example, you published 2 bonus pages. Bonus page A at 10 a.m. on Monday with a green-colored buy button, and bonus page B with an orange button published on Monday at 1 p.m. Bonus page B wins in your click-through split test. But in this case, because there are 2 variables, you don't know what made bonus page A lose. Was it the button color or the timing? Random audience. If only your JV list sees video thumbnail A and only your buyers list sees video thumbnail B, can you straight away use thumbnail A if it wins in an A/B split test? You can, but it won't be effective since different groups react differently. The best way to do split testing, apart from analyzing the effect of changing just one attribute, is to test your attributes with a completely random audience. Sales copy. Sales copy is text used to influence and persuade your readers to take a specific action, such as clicking a link, downloading a file, subscribing into a list, or purchasing a product. There are 9 components to a sales copy covering different types and subjects. The following split tests are designed to assist you in deciding on the highest converting sales copy for your business. Component number 1 is headlines. Headlines are the very first element your subscribers see when viewing your sales copy. This important position means that your headline must be as interesting and spot on as possible. The best headlines are ones which give the purest, most direct representation of your product. Take, for example, these 4 headlines. As we can see, of all the headlines, the pitch, "Create a web page for your business," gets the highest conversion rate at 40%, which gives 90% improvement over the original. The reason is this pitch gives exactly what the customers want, while also highlighting the product's main feature. Proven converting headlines. Sometimes we may get tempted to get creative with our headlines using wordplay or puns, but it's proven that regular fill-in-the-blank headlines outperform these more fancy headlines to the tune of almost 44%. Here are examples. How to blank. Who else wants blank? Question mark. Blank in 3 simple steps! Exclamation mark. Use proven converting headlines. A high conversion rate is good. And the best thing is, you don't need to go far to get good conversions. Using these proven headline strategies is often enough to help boost your open rates. Question marks. Can you believe this proof? Question mark. Percentages. 89% of marketers can't be wrong. Add video. 300 plus high quality stock footages. Video. Include a free report. 7 ways to increase conversions. Or regarding. Regarding, watch me build your membership. Use personal pronouns. You need to see this right now. Subject line length. Using shorter headlines may net you higher conversions in certain cases. And when I say short, I mean around 35 characters, like the example given. The headline above greatly illustrates the main feature of the software as a cloud version of a very complex and popular graphics editing tool. However, it's worth mentioning that short headlines don't always convert well, because you may risk the headline being too vague if it's too short. Some split tests report that longer headlines have almost 12% higher conversion rates than really short ones. The design. The graphical element of your sales page is a critical but overlooked part by many. As a basic rule, the graphics on your sales page should relate to the content, and your background color should contrast your headline color to make it very clear. This theory is proven with a whopping 230% boost in conversions. Headline B massively outstripped headline A because the background image contrasts the headline, making it very clear, legible, and attractive to read. The next part of a sales copy is a subheadline. As the name suggests, it further supports a headline by providing extra information or further highlights the main benefit of a product. Although you may not really look at subheadlines, this element is still important to many sales letters. And then speed factor. As with headlines, subheadlines benefit from numbers. These further support the headlines in terms of speed. Quote, set up your site in only 60 seconds. or how minimal the steps are. Grab your own graphics set in just 3 steps. In this split test, it's proven that if you highlight the speed of your product, you can get a 28% increase in your conversions. Being specific. Sometimes your sales copy can see a greater conversion rate if you include a personal touch on the subheadline. In this case, the subheadline mentioned a specific case of a blog post, which grew to almost 10,000 subscribers. When this was tested, the result came back with a 21% increase in conversion. This happens because readers think that this particular subheadline refers to a real story that really happens. This further highlights the importance of telling a story in your sales letter. I highly recommend you do this. Component number 3 is introduction. When you make an introduction to your product in your sales page, you should start establishing credibility by telling a story right away. The reason behind this is you need to establish a problem and show how your product can solve it. And then identifying the problem. The next part after you have established an introduction is to identify the problem that your readers may face. The effective way to do it is by identifying whether your customers are motivated by pain or pleasure points. By identifying these kind of points, you can answer the question, are they qualified for my product? These points have different energies that motivate people to take action differently, so you need to understand what makes your customers tick, and more importantly, what makes your customers buy. When you reach out to the readers of your sales page, touching the main points attracts a prospect's attention and focus on their problems or woes, while pleasure points paints a full picture of how your readers can achieve success when they buy your product. Contrary to the common styles, the more compelling and converting points you can employ is pain. Pain agitates your readers' needs and then opens up opportunities to position your product as the solution to their pain, much like medicine to ailments. Examples of pain points are lack of time or lack of expertise. Component number 4 is a solution to their problems. When you've elaborated on all the problems that your readers may be having, or you've sold the dream to them, they're primed to seek out a solution to the problem or dream. This usually boils down to one obvious answer: a product. When you give your product as a solution to their problem, you're also putting your product into the limelight. Product image. When introducing your products, use images that are consistent with what you're offering to your customers. Professionally done images will see a boost in sales conversions by as much as 145%. Here's a good example. The reason you must use professionally done images is that they make your sales page look credible. It creates trust with your readers and provides a better insight than words. So remember to level up your images so your readers will be more likely to buy from you. My product is the solution. When talking about your product, you want readers to agree that only your product will solve their problems. This is achieved by telling them what your product can offer them and how it can be useful to them. If you can convince them, you will most likely get conversions. Examples are, with your permission, I'd like to introduce blank. Announcing blank. Without further ado, I present to you blank. Component number 5 is features versus benefits. Your readers will always have this question in their heads. What's in it for me? Or I like to say that your customers are tuned in to the station, WIIFM. If your sales copy answers this golden question completely, you have a much higher chance of converting your readers to buyers or loyal followers in the future. I highly recommend you focus on your product's benefits to your readers because it answers the WIIFM question effectively, clearly, and easily. Big companies often list out the benefits of their products to their consumers, so it's high time you did too. Adding a story element. When writing a sales copy, you're also doing another equally important thing, telling a story. So why do I mention stories when you simply want to create a copy that sells? Well, here's the reason. People are easily turned off by straight-up promotional copies, which only try to sell them. Story-driven copy engages and hooks your readers from the beginning to the end. They have these things in common. They're benefit-focused, specific, curiosity-driven, and emotion-oriented. And it has the stats to prove it. Digital Marketer shows that emotion-oriented copy increases conversions by 17.9%. This copy uses humor to provoke an emotional response. It's clever and it makes people laugh. Readers were able to relate to the problem as presented in the advertisement, and the copy left an impression on readers that made the product desirable. Component number 6 is testimonials. Your testimonial page is a platform to tell your readers that this product has real benefits and it's impacted them in a positive way. Testimonials are a strong tool for establishing trust and encouraging potential buyers to take action. Another component you can consider adding into your sales copy is social proof. Why? In building a story-driven copy, social proof shows that this product has given impact to real people who are in similar situations. It serves as real, tangible results that show readers that they can achieve the results as promised by your product. Adding success stories into your order form boosts conversions by up to 33%. Simply slapping testimonials anywhere you want on your page will hurt the flow of the story and will probably make your copy incoherent. So placement is important. Sometimes breaking up testimonials into sections as seen below can increase sales by 64.53%. Visitors can read the testimonials when they're placed above the call to action. However, when grouped together, readers wouldn't have been able to see them if they didn't scroll down the page. Component number 7 is handling objections. In sales copy, you do this by addressing your readers' concerns about your product or service in order to create technical, organizational, or personal buy-in. It's also worth remembering that you're still selling at this stage. Guarantee. So why do so many product vendors give out guarantees to the buyers? Well, guarantees are one of the best and most impactful marketing statements you can make. Guarantees help build customer loyalty and also lead to outstanding feedback. Guarantees like 100% satisfaction guaranteed or it's your money back helps to build trust and build relationships with your potential customers. Another high converting tactic you can employ is to back your offer up with a full 30-day risk-free trial. This implies to your readers that you're a trusted company. Trust symbol. This is also a great way to increase conversions with guarantees. If you can replace your guarantee with a trust symbol, it will boost conversions by up to 107%. This is one of the reputation and rapport building elements you can consider putting into your sales copy. The reason is customers want to know that your products are of a premium quality. Trust symbols also prioritize authenticity over low prices, so it's worth showing them. And then bonuses. If you only consider bonuses as an afterthought to your marketing campaigns, you're really leaving money on the table. For example, if you're selling a course on transforming anyone into a highly paid copywriter, for example, why not also include a sales closing script that customers can use while talking to business prospects? This tactic is not without basis. Customers are willing to pay for an offer that hits home with what they're already looking for, rather than a freebie that kind of isn't. Component number 8 is a call to action, of course. After the storytelling, proof presentation, and handling objections, what do you do next? This part is where it gets really direct. You straight away tell your readers to buy your product now. This is achieved by an element called the call to action, or CTA. In this section, I'll share with you several tips on how to convert higher with your CTAs. Button size and color. Your CTA needs to be as clear and strategically placed as possible. The last thing you want is your readers looking for the buy button and having it be tucked away in some obscure location. So here are some tips. Use a larger buy button. It's a proven method to boost conversion rates. This is because a large button makes it more visible. However, I advise against making the button very, very large as it puts off your readers and makes your copy seem desperate for sales. Color-wise, there's no better color than orange. This is because in color psychology, orange signifies attention and draws your reader's eyes automatically to it. The color also makes your button pop and differentiates it from other elements on your page. Belcher button. I can guess you've looked at many sales pages, of course. You've probably noticed that almost all of them use a very specific type of button. This button is called the Belcher button. So why is this button so prevalent? Well, the creator of the button, Perry Belcher, tested the design element of the button in over 10,000 transactions. The results were amazing. Conversion rates rose by 35 to 320%. So if you're building a sales page, a Belcher button is honestly the way to go. Choice of words. In CTAs, you have a very limited space for words to convince your readers to click on it. It's best to keep your CTAs concise and persuasive. Here are some tips that I'd like to share. Here's a surprise. Changing your to my can make a huge difference, which results in a 90% increase in signups. This is because the word my refers back to the marketer. This signifies that the word represents something really personal and connects well with the reader. Being clear and direct. Your buy button serves one purpose. It's the button readers click to buy. So it needs to be crystal clear. Amazon AWS showed that text-based design CTA buttons increased sales by 49%. CTA buttons that featured a shopping cart with a plus sign did not perform well. The add to cart order button converted the highest number of sales than the rest. This is probably because unclear buttons will only confuse your customers. They don't know what the button's for and are less likely to click on it. Make sure your button is so clear that customers cannot not know what to do. Scarcity. One powerful thing about scarcity is it compels customers to perceive limited quantities as more valuable. So why not create the illusion that if they don't get your product right now, they'll be missing out on a huge opportunity to turn their life around? This tactic works well to reduce the amount of deliberation with your readers and helps them decide faster. The number of calls to action. One CTA is not enough. It's as simple as that. CTAs also strengthen the overall offer of your copy. With this in mind, you need to keep the offer at the top of their mind by positioning your CTAs around the copy. Create more opportunities to convert by breaking up your copy with multiple CTAs. However, as you've probably guessed, too many CTAs can also hurt conversions. The optimum number of CTAs is about 3. Price. After the CTA, there's the element of price for your product. The question is always the same. What price to put on my CTA? Here are some pointers. Prices that end with 5 or 9, for example, $79.99, after the decimal point, convert more sales compared to the rest. This is because the figure seems more real than the round number, like $80. Component number 9, postscript. Did you know that a postscript or PS is the second most important thing after the headline? A PS is very effective because before your readers buy your product, they usually have a final line of mental defense which prevents them from making the purchase. And a powerful PS will give them the final push to move forward, break through their own psychological barriers, and buy from you. Here are some good examples. I have no idea when I'll pull this from the market, but I do know it won't last forever. If you want it, please don't wait. Click the Add to Cart button now. If you aren't 100% sure this powerful system can work for you, grab this 100% risk-free test drive to get you started. It's impossible to lose here, unless you walk away empty-handed. You're just one click away and a few minutes away from discovering how to make more money than you ever believed possible. And what's more, this isn't going to cost you hundreds to find out if this is for you or not. I'm assuming all of the risk. Sales video. These days, virtually every sales page will have a sales video headlining it. Sales videos are awesome. They have better appeal and they're more attention-grabbing. They serve several types and purposes. They're cost-effective and they're easy to create. They can be the highlight of your promotion, give a wholesome effect to your viewers, and effectively summarize a large piece of information. Homepage video. Believe it or not, your homepage can really use the treatment of an excellent video too. Dropbox put a video on their homepage and conversions went up by 100%, which is obviously a huge number to consider. This is due to a very simple reason. Visitors to your sales page or homepage simply prefer watching over reading. So the video title. Among the first things your viewers see on your video is the title. This varies between the demography of your viewers. However, a good rule of thumb is to keep the video title short and neat, and above all, use words that are easy to understand and attention-grabbing. You may be tempted to get fancy with your titles, but more often than not, clarity wins. Examples are The Secret of Creating Your Own Sales Funnel, 2 Quick and Easy Ways to Start Selling Online, or Edmund Lowe's Business Model Made Easy. Thumbnail image. Whatever else that may be said, people do judge a book by its cover. Before viewing a video, your thumbnail is the main thing that attracts your viewers' eyes at this point. A good video thumbnail will carry the subject of the video content well, compel the viewer to click through to the video, differentiate your brand from others, and be optimized for any device. There are no hard and fast rules to decide which video thumbnail is the perfect one for everything, and there is no single color that's best, like yellow or whatever. That's baloney. But a well-made video thumbnail will always get a nod from your viewers. Video headline. How many times have you seen a headline to a video and just closed it because it sounds bad and childish? If you do that, you should know that the headline plays an important role in deciding if the video will be watched or not. Here are some good examples. Businesses grow faster online. Online advertising that works. Get found faster. Create a web page for your business. Headlines have the potential to increase conversions of your viewers by up to 90%, so it's very beneficial for you to give this a lot of attention. Agitating the problem. You've stated your problems and have captivated your viewers, so they're looking for more. So what do you do next? The next best thing to do here is position yourself in their shoes and explain to them that you understand fully the problem and how it feels to them. Doing this has been shown to increase viewership and conversions because it helps your viewers relate to your video because they feel like you relate to them, and they'll watch on, expecting a solution. At this stage, they may not be making a beeline to the buy button, but sooner or later, they will. The solution. The process of selling the dream is part and parcel of your video promotion. This is because you've agitated your viewers' problems. If you do it right, at this point, they're simply begging to see a solution to their troubles. The next step for you is to introduce your product. This way you can increase conversions because you're telling your viewers that they don't need to look far when the solution is right in front of their eyes. Handling objections. This is important, and this element is called tending to your viewers' objections. Tending to objections works well to convert viewers because this implies that you already know what your viewers will have doubts about and that you're here to clear them up. Keep in mind that these questions will always be in your viewers' minds. For example, will this product work for me? Will it need a lot of money and energy? Will I need to learn something new? How long will that take? Will it do what it guarantees to do? Is it worth the price? Who has it helped up till now? Other tools you can use to further handle objections are testimonials and a money-back guarantee. Testimonials help your objection handling because they give proof that other users with similar problems have benefited from your product. A money-back guarantee also works in establishing good product quality and gives your customers peace of mind that they can return the product if it doesn't solve their problem or they're not satisfied. Scarcity. If you're launching a new product or course and the number of seats or available copies is limited, let your viewers know. If the price will go up or the bonuses are for a limited time, tell them. Scarcity works well in terms of conversions because your viewers see things in limited numbers as more valuable and will decide sooner. However, I advise that you be honest in this part. Don't go saying the fire sale will only be for 3 days and still have it around on day 4. Hurting your reputation is the last thing you want here, so keep your word. Call to action. One of the last and most important steps to include in any video is a video call to action. This is where you close the deal and prompt your viewer to actually do something. It's the virtual equivalent to a closing handshake. That said, if you end the video with a suitable and powerful call to action, your conversion rates will get a huge boost. So how do you do this? Vidyard has done some research and has put together these high converting tactics. Ask a question. Invite viewers to join in with your brand's social channels. Enter to win. A simple giveaway on your website or social channel is an easy way to generate response and interaction with your brand. Votes. Ask viewers to vote on something that they care about with a simple poll. Free trials. Include a free trial of your product to allow your subscribers to take it for a test drive. Sign up for a webinar. The call to action to include at the end of your video, if you frequently give webinars, is to highlight key features of your product or service. Fill out a short form. The most direct and simple way of a CTA. Restrict the number of form fields to only those that matter most so people won't neglect the form or be afraid of a lengthy process. Now, CTAs are not limited to the ones on your video. You can also direct readers to the written sales copy beneath your video to get positive results. Visual Website Optimizer found that if they changed their direct Get Instant Access call to action button to Watch the Video button, conversions rose to 15.3% compared to the direct call to action, which only had about 11.9%. Landing page videos. Landing pages should not be boring pages that simply ask your subscribers to sign in or get a free download. There's no harm in including videos here, and it will do your landing pages good also. A video on your landing page is an excellent addition because it provides a passive engagement medium where visitors can experience your message with very little effort. Conversion rates can also go up to 80% by just adding a video here. Video position is important also. Your videos may be of great quality and have storytelling and content, but all that effort into making your videos watchable will be wasted if it's just slapped on your page without careful consideration of the positioning. Your videos should have a prominent place on your page to capture as many viewers as possible. Simply put, your videos should be the most noticeable element on your page. Therefore, the best place to put your video is above the fold. Again, your readers prefer to watch rather than read. Autoplay. Videos have a certain amount of control over your viewers. That said, a click-to-play video decreases the control you have over your message. If your visitor has to click on a video to play it, the chances are the viewer will never see it. Setting the video on autoplay without audio, like Facebook and YouTube does, is enough to attract your viewers to see the video and ultimately increase conversions. This is a rule of thumb, making it work on general occasions. However, if you notice that your viewers go away from your page due to the video autoplaying, obviously turn it off. Video controls. With sales videos, it's essential to control the message. It's not advisable for you to give control to your viewer to skip forward in the video or move back to replay something, as it disrupts the flow of the message and ruins the buildup of your CTA. Further, if you disable the controls, it will not appear in the video, making it more clean looking, so your viewer will appreciate this omission by having more focus on the video itself. Use short and entertaining videos. Your viewers lose their focus on the video after some time. However, it's clear that many advertisers are making their videos too long. I strongly advise that your videos should not be too long, as it will make the video boring and just full of fluff. A shorter video has been shown to increase viewership and make the video more entertaining to watch and increase the conversion. Wistia found that only 60% of viewers stay until the end for 4 to 5 minute long videos, while 75% stay until the end of a 1 to 2 minute long video. Voiceovers. Voiceovers are one of the essential parts of a good video. However, you'll never get the viewership and conversion you dream of by simply speaking into a microphone without any structure or even a proper voiceover talent. For US viewers, voiceovers with British accents have a higher advantage to capture the audience. This is possibly because the British accent sounds more formal and trusted to a US citizen. But this is not the case with Eastern audiences, as they see the American accent to be of higher class. Informational versus sales videos. Some of your buyers react best to videos that explicitly tell them what to do, like clicking the buy now button or acting now without feeling like they're being sold to. For internet marketing videos, this direct tone works best to gain conversions because of the direct and concise nature of the market. Other markets, like personal development, have a strikingly different approach in the tone of the video. They need to be informed that they need this product as opposed to choosing for themselves. And of course, fonts matter. I'll make this statement simple. Fonts do matter, even in your videos. If possible, always stick to sans serif fonts because they increase readability of your message and result in higher conversions. While it may seem insignificant, we've seen up to 30% higher conversion rates just by changing the font to sans serif. For those of you not familiar with this term, serif are the little feet or fletchings at the base and ends of the letters. In certain cases like videos, these little additions impede the clarity of the words and can interfere with your viewer's comfort.